We live in a world saturated with stimulation. Every ping, notification, and headline screams for our attention. Our brains are bombarded with a constant stream of information and entertainment, all vying for a piece of our limited cognitive real estate. This overstimulation leads to a phenomenon known as dopamine overload. Dopamine, often called the feel-good hormone, plays a crucial role in our brain's reward system. It's released when we engage in pleasurable activities, eating delicious food, achieving a goal, or even just scrolling through social media. The problem arises when we become accustomed to a constant dopamine drip. Our brains become desensitized, requiring ever-increasing doses of stimulation to achieve the same level of satisfaction. This constant pursuit of dopamine highs comes at a cost. Our attention spans dwindle, our focus wavers, and our productivity plummets. We become slaves to the very devices designed to connect us, feeling increasingly anxious, restless, and dissatisfied. This is where the concept of a dopamine detox comes into play. A dopamine detox is a period of intentional abstinence from activities that trigger the excessive release of dopamine. It's about hitting the reset button on your brain's reward system, allowing it to recalibrate and regain its sensitivity. The 7-day dopamine detox challenge is a popular starting point for those seeking to break free from the clutches of digital distraction and reclaim their focus. The ground rules for the challenge are simple yet powerful. No social media. This includes scrolling, posting, and engaging in any form of online social interaction. No streaming services. Netflix, YouTube, and other video platforms are off limits. No video games. Put down the controllers and step away from the screens. No mindless internet browsing. Resist the urge to fall down the rabbit hole of clickbait articles and online shopping sprees. By temporarily eliminating these dopamine-inducing activities, the detox aims to break the cycle of instant gratification and cultivate a greater appreciation for simpler, more meaningful experiences. Each day of the detox presents its own unique set of challenges and rewards. It's a journey that tests your willpower, patience, and ability to adapt to a new way of living. The digital detox isn't just about turning off your devices, it's about rediscovering parts of yourself that have been overshadowed by constant connectivity. Here's a glimpse into my personal journey. A week-long adventure that took me through a roller coaster of emotions and experiences. Day 1, the initial withdrawal symptoms were real. The urge to check my phone was almost unbearable, like an itch that couldn't be scratched. I felt a persistent itch to check my phone, a phantom buzz in my pocket. It was as if my body had developed a mind of its own, constantly reaching for a device that wasn't there. Instead, I opted for a walk in nature, noticing the rustling leaves and the chirping birds details I often missed. The world seemed more vibrant, more alive, and I realized how much I'd been missing out on. Day 2, the urge to reach for my phone first thing in the morning was strong, but I resisted. It was a small victory, but it felt monumental. I started my day with meditation and journaling, clearing my mind before the day's demands took hold. These practices grounded me, providing a sense of calm and focus that I hadn't felt in a long time. Day 3, boredom set in. Without the constant stream of digital entertainment, I found myself at a loss for what to do. I rediscovered the joy of reading, losing myself in a captivating novel. It was a welcome escape from the constant digital noise, a journey into worlds crafted by words rather than pixels. It was a welcome escape from the constant digital noise. The pages of the book became my sanctuary, a place where I could lose myself and find solace. Day 4, my focus sharpened. Without the usual distractions, I found it easier to concentrate on work tasks. Without the usual distractions. My productivity soared, and I felt a sense of accomplishment as I tackled my to-do list with renewed vigor. Each completed task was a small victory, a testament to my growing ability to focus. Day 5, I experienced a surge in creativity. Freed from the constraints of digital consumption, my mind wandered, making unexpected connections and sparking new ideas. It was as if a dam had burst, releasing a flood of creativity that had been held back for too long. Day 6, I felt more present in my interactions with others. Without the distraction of my phone, I was able to fully engage in conversations. I listened more intently, engaged more fully, and savored the simple pleasures of face-to-face conversation. It was a reminder of the importance of human connection, something that often gets lost in the digital age. Day 7, a sense of calm washed over me. The constant urge to check my phone had diminished, replaced by a feeling of peace and contentment. I felt more grounded, less reactive, and more in control of my impulses. The digital detox had not only cleared my mind, but also reset my priorities. It was a profound shift that I was determined to carry forward. The week had been challenging, but the rewards were immeasurable. I had found a new sense of balance, a deeper connection to the world around me. and a renewed appreciation for the simple joys of life. Section 4. Facing the void. Challenges and coping mechanisms. The dopamine detox is not for the faint of heart. It's a journey that demands more than just a casual commitment. It requires a deep, unwavering resolve to break free from the chains of instant gratification. It requires discipline, commitment, and a willingness to confront the uncomfortable feelings that arise when we disconnect from our digital pacifiers. The initial days can be particularly tough, as our minds and bodies crave the quick hits of dopamine that we've grown so accustomed to. One of the biggest challenges is boredom. Without the constant stream of notifications, videos, and social media updates, we suddenly find ourselves with an abundance of free time and nothing to fill it with. This can be a daunting experience, as we are forced to sit with our thoughts and feelings, many of which we may have been avoiding. Without the constant stream of external stimulation, we're forced to confront the emptiness within. This void can be unsettling, revealing underlying anxieties and unresolved emotions that we've been masking with our digital distractions. It's in these quiet moments that we come face to face with our true selves, and this can be both enlightening and terrifying. This can be an unsettling experience, revealing underlying anxieties and unresolved emotions. The discomfort can be intense, but it's also an opportunity for growth. By facing these feelings head-on, we can begin to understand and address the root causes of our discomfort, leading to a deeper sense of self-awareness and emotional resilience. However, it's in these moments of stillness that we have the opportunity to truly connect with ourselves and cultivate inner peace. By embracing the silence, we can learn to listen to our inner voice and gain clarity on what truly matters to us. This process of self-discovery can be incredibly rewarding, leading to a more fulfilling and balanced life. Another challenge is social pressure. In today's hyper-connected world, disconnecting from social media can feel like isolating yourself from the tribe. The fear of missing out on important events, conversations, and updates can be overwhelming, making it difficult to stay committed to the detox. In today's hyper-connected world, disconnecting from social media can feel like isolating yourself from the tribe. Fear of missing out, or FOMO, is a powerful motivator, but it's essential to remember that true connection goes beyond likes, comments, and online personas. Real relationships are built on meaningful interactions and shared experiences, not just digital exchanges. Fear of missing out, or FOMO, is a powerful motivator, but it's essential to remember that true connection goes beyond likes, comments, and online personas. By focusing on face-to-face interactions and being present in the moment, we can build deeper, more authentic relationships that are far more satisfying than any online interaction. To overcome these challenges, I relied on a few key strategies. Planning alternative activities. I made a conscious effort to fill my days with activities that were both enjoyable and fulfilling. This not only helped to keep my mind occupied but also provided a sense of accomplishment and purpose. I filled my days with activities that I genuinely enjoyed but often neglected. Reading, writing, spending time in nature, pursuing hobbies, and connecting with loved ones in person. These activities not only provided a welcome distraction from the digital world but also helped to enrich my life in meaningful ways. Practicing mindfulness. Mindfulness became a crucial tool in managing the cravings and discomfort that arose during the detox. By staying present and fully engaging with each moment, I was able to navigate the challenges with greater ease and clarity. When cravings struck, I paused, observed my thoughts and feelings without judgment, and gently redirected my attention to the present moment. Setting realistic expectations, I understood that the journey wouldn't be perfect, and that setbacks were a natural part of the process. I knew that I wouldn't be able to completely eliminate all sources of dopamine. Instead, I focused on making conscious choices about how I spent my time and energy. By setting realistic goals and being kind to myself, I was able to stay motivated and committed to the detox. Instead, I focused on making conscious choices about how I spent my time and energy. By prioritizing activities that brought genuine joy and fulfillment, I was able to create a more balanced and intentional life. The dopamine detox was a challenging journey, but it ultimately led to a deeper understanding of myself and a more meaningful connection with the world around me. Section 5. The Dopamine Equation. Understanding the Science of Reward. To fully grasp the power of a dopamine detox, it's helpful to understand the science behind this neurotransmitter. Dopamine is often referred to as the feel-good chemical, but its role in our lives is far more complex and multifaceted. It acts as a key player in our brain's reward system, influencing not just our emotions but also our behaviors and decision-making processes. Dopamine isn't inherently good or bad. It's a chemical messenger that plays a vital role in motivation, learning, and pleasure. When dopamine is released in the brain, it creates a feeling of enjoyment and reinforcement, which motivates a person to proactively perform certain activities. This is why dopamine is often linked to the concept of reward. When we engage in activities that our brains perceive as rewarding, Whether it's achieving a goal, eating a tasty meal, or receiving social validation, dopamine is released, creating a sense of pleasure and reinforcing the behavior. This release of dopamine is what makes us want to repeat these activities, as our brain associates them with positive outcomes. This is how we learn and adapt. Our brains are wired to seek out activities that release dopamine because they signal that something beneficial is happening. This process is crucial for survival, as it encourages behaviors that are essential for our well-being and growth. The problem arises when we become bombarded with artificial sources of dopamine. In today's digital age, we are constantly exposed to stimuli that trigger dopamine release, often in ways that are not necessarily beneficial for us. Social media platforms, video games, and streaming services are designed to exploit our brain's reward system, keeping us hooked with a constant stream of notifications, likes, and instant gratification. These platforms are engineered to maximize user engagement by providing frequent and unpredictable rewards, which can lead to compulsive behavior. This leads to a phenomenon known as tolerance, where we need increasingly larger doses of stimulation to achieve the same level of reward. Over time, our brains become less sensitive to dopamine, making it harder to find pleasure in everyday activities. A dopamine detox helps to reset this imbalance by allowing our brains to recover from the overstimulation. By taking a break from artificial dopamine triggers, we give our brain a chance to recalibrate and restore its natural sensitivity to rewards. By temporarily reducing our exposure to artificial dopamine triggers, we can restore our brain's sensitivity to natural rewards, leading to increased focus, motivation, and overall well-being. This process not only helps in improving mental health but also enhances our ability to enjoy and appreciate the simple pleasures in life.